But first, breaking tonight, a previously classified document is shedding more light on the origins of the Trump-Russia probe. Republicans assert the newly released annex to Special Counsel John Durham's report shows that the Clinton campaign sought to discredit then-candidate Trump in 2016 by tying him to Russia. The Senate Judiciary Committee making these documents public for the first time just hours ago, with Chairman Chuck Grassley decrying what he calls, quote, one of the biggest political scandals and cover-ups in American history. Correspondent David Spont has details tonight. Good evening, David.
Brett, good evening. John Durham's investigation into the origins of the Trump-Russia narrative began in 2019 and ended in 2023 with a 300-page report. But for the first time, we're now seeing what is a declassified annex nearly 30 pages. The overall theme? Well, more examples of the Clinton campaign's alleged efforts to discredit then-candidate Trump in the run-up to the 2016 election. We're looking for the first time at emails believed to be from a man named Leonard with the Open Society Foundation, tied to liberal philanthropist George Soros. We're told that Durham received the emails originally hacked by Russian intelligence. Now, according to this annex, Leonard writes about a Clinton campaign advisor named Julianne, also referred to as Julie and Julia. Quote, Julie says what will be a long-term affair to demonize Putin and Trump. Now it is good for a post-convection bounce. Later, the FBI will put more oil into the fire. In another email, Leonard allegedly wrote, HRC, meaning Hillary Clinton, approved Julia's idea about Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections. That should distract people from her own missing email, especially if the affair goes to the Olympic level. Now, Durham interviewed Julie, who says she didn't draft or recall receiving the Leonard emails. The annex goes on to explain the FBI was fully alerted to the possibility that at least some of the information it received about the Trump campaign might have origins with the Clinton campaign or Russian disinformation. But the FBI dismissed the information, quote, as not credible without any investigative steps actually having been taken to either corroborate or disprove the allegations. The White House hours ago, Brett, pouncing on this news.
This is further evidence that Hillary Clinton approved the Russia hoax against President Trump. Her campaign financed it. Again, she approved it.
The report also critical of President Obama's national security team, specifically CIA Director John Brennan.
I stand ready to continue to talk about the assessment and what we did during that period of time. There was absolutely no conspiracy, and we continue to stand behind what it is that we have said publicly.
Attorney General Pam Bondi, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, and FBI Director Kash Patel, all behind declassifying today's annex. No comment, though, to Fox from those mentioned in the actual document. Brett.
David, we're also learning about a new whistleblower shedding light on the Trump-Russia narrative. What about that?
Well, Brett, this is the same topic, but it's not part of the Durham annex. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard says her team recently heard from a whistleblower in the intel community who claims they tried to sound the alarm on, quote, manipulated intelligence tying candidate Trump to Russia, but the whistleblower's bosses just would not listen. Attorney General Pam Bondi has a strike force looking at all kinds of information relating to the Trump-Russia narrative. Brett.
All effort of total distraction and to make it look like Russia was playing a very major role in helping Trump to be elected.
I have testified repeatedly over the years consistently about what we did to expose Russian interference in the 2016 election.
Senator Grassley releasing that Durham annex, putting out this statement. The Durham annex describes that in July 2016, the FBI received additional intelligence regarding a possible Clinton campaign plan, including documents with purported emails allegedly sent by Leonard Bernardo, senior vice president of Soros's Open Society Foundations. The intelligence included data providing specificity on the plan and the attempt to smear then-candidate Donald Trump by falsely linking him to Russia. We're going to bring in the panel early. Trey Gowdy, former congressman from South Carolina, host of the Sunday Night in America with Trey Gowdy, and Fox News contributors Leslie Marshall and Byron York. Byron, there are a lot of pieces that come out in this, and we piece them together. We do stories on them. They don't break through in a lot of other places, but if you're at the whiteboard and you're looking at what came out today, why is it important, and what does it tell us?
Well, I think it's important because it shows the degree to which the Clinton campaign played an important role in creating this whole Trump-Russia narrative. Not only that Russia tried to meddle in the U.S. election, but that it did so to help Donald Trump win the presidency. And it really focuses on a few days in July of 2016, July 22nd. It was the Friday before the Democratic convention was going to start on Monday. That's when the hacked emails are published. They're embarrassing to a lot of Democrats. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, chairman of the party, has to resign. On Sunday, Robbie Moog, the campaign manager for Hillary Clinton, goes on the Sunday shows and says, Russia did this, not that unusual, and then he said, Russia did it to help Donald Trump win the presidency. That was unusual. New York Times actually writes a story about it saying the Clinton campaign is going to make this a theme of their campaign going forward. And then what we see is in the next couple of days after that, July 25th, July 27th, there are these letters between somebody at the George Soros Foundation, all those Republicans who think Soros is a big villain, well, they'll be confirmed in this one, talking to members of the Hillary Clinton campaign about whether this is going to be a big deal going forward.
Yeah. Leslie, peace.
It ain't a six-fold and it's 63, and I ain't in that motherfucker unless it sit on D. Got Dodie on me, got Chris on freeze, and if you see me in the club, it's a bitch on me. 4-5 in the side, 9 in that dash. Trade A for the snakes playing in that grass. See the cake and they hate, but no matter what they say, niggas see me in the streets, then I'm in that ass. Fuck what you heard, this here's the truth. I be the same G when I lead a booth. Your gang bang on wax, but your lame on tracks. If it came down to it, I'd eat your food. But I'm cruising down the street in my 6'4", knocking the freaks, macking it hoes. Black super spode, everything original. Top down, 2D, 4 pictures, roll. We stacking and banging colors, was cracking on one another, still claiming sets in the gutter. We slanging and selling butter, but brother, you get wet if you ain't under our umbrella. We gangsters and nothing other, still ducking them undercovers. We some bad motherfuckers.